Hello, it's Katie. Student of the PM.
Everybody gets one. You're still rolling. Go.
Hey, it's me, Katie.
Louder.
I'm the PM of CNS2, class 18. Today's presentations will be about Rick and Morty, specifically the science behind Rick and Morty. Before we begin the presentations, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Help Rick's channel reach 10 million subscribers. So yeah, the team presenting today will be Ryder Steve.
Alright, my name is Josh Ortiz. I am the host of this game show called RickNMorty. And we have my co-host right here, Riley Forsensky. And we have some lovely other co-producers. We got Upu, Ariam, and Sharif. Let's give a round of applause. This game show is going to be a little different from the rest of the game shows because we saw that they were kind of boring, you know? I'm not going to lie, kind of trash. So we kind of upped the game right here. Riley, why don't you show them our wonderful prizes today?
Alright, for our lovely grand prize today, first place, we got 3 Gatorades, obviously the best flavors. We got Cool Blue, we got Glacier, and we got Fruit Punch. Lemon, lime, and orange sucks.
Glacier's next.
And then second and third place, they get to choose between Kit Kat right here and some assorted Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers. Thank you so much, Ron.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Is everybody in this game? I'll give you 10 seconds just in case there's anybody in there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start, baby. RickNMorty. So right here, first question off the top.
Ooh-wee.
Alright. What is the multiverse theory? What is the multiverse theory? Who do you think's on top of the game tonight, Riley?
Honestly, this would be pretty tough. I was in front of the screen, Josh, but if I had to say so, definitely not Botan based off his facial expressions.
Alright.
Fred, looking pretty confident over there. Steve Jobs, kind of, a little bit.
A lot of Rick and Morty theories out tonight.
My money's on Steven right now.
Alright. Alright. So the most correct answer was a concept based off of a parallel universe, which is correct. The multiverse theory states that each potential outcome is created into a parallel universe, which creates multiple realities. That is right. There is a reality where I am the President of the United States married to Selena Gomez. There is a reality where Botan is the smartest person in this classroom. There's a reality where I am the teacher of this classroom as well. It's very fascinating, especially in Rick and Morty, because it's a concept that's universal. Marvel, it's used in Marvel, it's used in Disney. You've seen a bunch of crossovers and whatnot, especially in today's 2020 and in 2019, especially all these movies and shows. What's crazy though,
I almost caught it.
The multiverse theory is definitely used a lot, especially in Rick and Morty. Based on what Eugene Thacker said, based on cosmic pessimism, was that we are so insignificant compared to other people. And in Rick and Morty, they use that, or not insignificant to other people, we're just so insignificant in the grand scheme of things of the universe. You see Rick travel from dimension to dimension every single time. Like it's nothing, kind of desensitized. There's an episode when they even travel to a different reality where they die and they bury themselves. And so this is a theory seen in real life. I think Stephen Hawking, before he died, his last paper was on the multiverse theory and what it is and its potential of being real. A lot of scientists and physicists believe that you can see the multiverse, or it can be proven through light. And so what they do is they take a picture through light, I don't know specifically how, and they basically say that the light touches each other, which can show multiple verses. So,
Hey Josh, I love you, but we got another question.
Yeah, perfect. Let's go on to the next one. In what episode did Schrodinger's cat make an appearance? We got Me Seeks and Destroys, Rick Ski Minutes, and Rick One Time. Rick Potion number 9. Which one is it gonna be?
Any one of those beautiful options.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Hey! In Time. Let's go. That is the correct answer. Rick One Time. So basically, Schrodinger's cat, if you don't know, was from this guy named Erwin Schrödinger. Obviously, he's an Austrian physician. He took an experiment with a cat, put it in a box, and with a device that would detonate or so far kill the cat within the box. And so based on that,
What happened?
what? That's exactly what happened.
No, it's not.
It's an experiment where you put a cat in a box with a device that could potentially kill the cat.
It's a thought experiment. There is no physical cat. Nobody killed the cat.
A thought experiment.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he did that, and so basically, based on that, he basically came to the conclusion that the cat was both dead and alive. Because there was no way to prove that the cat was dead or alive unless you opened the box. And so that kind of goes into the that kind of goes into the external reality, which is basically what is real and what is not, until you finally question what's going on. And so
External reality?
external reality.
Shoot him.
External reality. That's a real thing.
Move on. Let's move on.
All right, next.
Two things over there, please. All right, well, that was a hell of a lot of rounds for 2 questions. Yes, sir. You move on. Thank you. All right, Dot's in the lead. All right, is it possible to travel to other dimensions, folks? We got hell nah, bro. C, it's impossible for us to avoid doing so, and thermodynamics apply. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so related to dimensions, it's actually physically impossible for us to avoid entering other dimensions. See, the thing is, say I'm standing straight right here, right? I take a step to the left. I take a step to the right. Yo, I go over here. I go grab Rick's here for some reason. We're constantly entering different dimensions. The thing is, it honestly states that every time you make a choice, you make a decision, you choose to do something, not do something, you choose to move, you're honestly entering a different reality. So we're constantly making different options and choices in our life, right? Every day you decide to wake up, go to school. You know, that would be different if you slept until 11 a.m. That's a different dimension, essentially. It's a different outcome. Now if we look here over the board, we got my homie Heraclitus. Let's keep our minds out of the gutter, folks. He's from 540 BC. He is a Greek philosopher. And he had this very famous quote called, "Never twice the same river." Now, if you think about that, the way I looked at it is river relates to path. Never twice the same path. Every time you do something, there's no way of going back and doing that exact same thing without affecting reality and time as it is. And I look at LOD, which refers to thermodynamics, which is every time we pass through, that lock on the door shuts. Meaning every time you pass through that door, there's no way for you to go back through and enter that same place you were. Can you go ahead and go to the next question, please? Thank you. Ottoman Empire in the first place. And what dimension does Rick travel to that showcases a universe with the perfect conditions to grow mega trees? Dimension 35C, Dimension C137, Dimension 666, or Dimension 32C? Get swifty, folks. My boy Rick. Dimension 35C. So this originally occurred, I believe, on the pilot episode, the first episode. You know, Rick was introduced. Morty was introduced to Rick. You know, his alcoholic grandfather, and he had to go ahead and show him the different dimensions. And he took him to this place that, you know, showed him a unique ecosystem where you could grow mega trees. Next question, please. And C137 was a little bit of a trick question because that's actually referencing the dimension that is Earth within the show, as well as the portal gun in a sense, because that has to do with the portal gun. In which episode was Rick's portal gun originally destroyed by a gazer puzzle? Jesus, that's a mouthful. The wedding sponsors, Raising Gazer's Resort, Gazer's Resort Games, and Father Morty. And that's a picture of portal gun right there, which allows him to travel to different dimensions. Raising Gazer's Resort. So yes, in this episode, That's where it was originally destroyed, where he eventually was able to create a new one, where it would be later destroyed again in a different season. And this portal gun gives him the unique ability to travel different dimensions without the need of a secondary device. He does have a spaceship if he does need so. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to another one of my colleagues. Thank you.
When did cloning begin?
Feel free to read the answers.
Here are some answers. Give you guys a little time to. 1984 was Dolly the sheep. Dolly the sheep was the first mammal to be cloned. Yeah.
You didn't specify mammal.
Yeah, what's the question?
It's a sheep. It's an animal.
You're going to hurt me. Oh, is it Katie?
Okay, what's an example of cloning in Rick and Morty?
Hey, I'm Mr. Macy's. Look at me.
Okay.
I had to do it.
The answer.
I had to do it.
Got about 5 seconds. If you guessed this, you were right. This was season 1, episode 5, where Jerry kept pressing the box thing to,
The Meeseeks box?
yes, the Mises box, for Mises to come out, obviously, to help him out with his self-doubt of golfing.
Are Meeseeks clones? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not,
Yeah.
I don't know.
okay,
Meeseeks are not clones. They're a species.
okay.
So what does this have to do with cloning? Next.
Firing squad.
Firing squad.
Everyone's getting shot up today.
What is People
What
get
is
shot
love?
every day.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt
One night
me.
stand, a
No
chemical
more.
reaction that compels animals to breed or fear.
Or Tinder. Tinder's a pretty good answer.
Tinder is not.
Catch all.
So love is
Promiscuous mom.
So love is a chemical reaction. So the real meaning of love is two people coming together to have kids. So if you guys watch Rick and Morty, episode 6, season 1, they talk about, well, Rick tells Morty, he says, okay, love is just a chemical reaction that compels animals to breed. So basically,
Okay, now shoot.
that's,
Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Shoot her anyway. All right. Keep going.
that was the original.
Oh! Not in the face.
Don't you act?
Okay.
We've got new bullets. They actually go where we're pointing. For the record, on camera, I'm not shooting this time. Go ahead.
So that's where that comes from, and then where the emotions and feelings come from is like dopamine. So when you're eating something good that you like, or like you're having fun playing games, you feel really good, and that's where the emotions comes from when you're talking about love. But originally, that's not what love is, and I'll get to that in the second question.
I think the red one was a more accurate answer.
What do humans love? What does human love look like in today's world? Cheap chocolates and roses, Valentine's Day, or emotional decisions and entitlement? You guys are correct.
I hope so.
So basically, nowadays, everything is all about rules. Like relationships are based on rules. Back then, it was more of like, hey, we get together, we have kids. Now it's more of like, girls expect a lot from men, men expect a lot from girls. For example, like Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. And then I read this book, the subtitle of Not Giving a Fuck. The author talks about how men are now like forced to basically lie to their women and telling them that they're beautiful even if they don't look pretty that day.
They don't.
So basically that's like what I mean by entitlement is like now it's like love isn't all about just getting together and having kids, it's more about like what should and shouldn't happen. And that's like you're not really being true to yourself or true to your partner. Yeah.
Next question.
Question, Cherie?
What are some common symptoms that are associated with rabies? You got insane appetite, that is diabetes, hallucinations, strange thoughts, confused sweating, and increased strength. Hallucinating.
What seven people thought?
And strange thoughts.
Yeah.
So as you can see in that picture, which
So is this diabetes or puberty?
Something hurts so bad.
Alright, so hallucinations. So rabies are basically caused from animals that are like from saliva. And if you get bit by an animal with rabies, you'll start to hallucinate and get strange thoughts. So the rabies is a virus that spreads throughout your body. And they start moving up towards your spinal cord. And
Wait, what's rabies?
rabies
What is it?
is a disease
Caused by what?
caused by parasites and viruses.
Those are two different things.
Uh,
Both are inaccurate.
Alright, on to the next.
Okay, bye.
Jesus. Michael Big Dog.
One episode of Rick and Morty portrays their version of rabies. We got pilot episode, Total Recall, Weddings, Last Watchers, Mystiques, and Destroyers. The answer was Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Total Recall. Alright.
It's a play on Total Recall, the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which you're all required to watch.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
What movie?
Alright, the episode of Total Recall. It shows that in the beginning of the show, it shows how the Smith family are hold up.
You keep missing now.
Alex, you had like 20 shots.
Yeah, go sit in a mask. Still in.
Move on to the next one. Oh, God.
There you go.
Right in the
Okay, bye.
Jesus.
Bonus.
Bonus round. Nobody's reading the bonus.
Based off the pre-Socratic era, where and when was philosophy believed to be originated? Turkey, 7th century BC. Greece, 6th century BC. Plato's closet, and ancient Egypt, 4th century BC. What do you guys think it is?
Greece.
Freddie, I know you're Turkish. Do you think it's from Turkey? Alright, well, you're correct. Greece, 6th century BC.
All right, that's it.
Yes, sir.
Who's the winner?
Look at it.